Oh, shoot. Hey, he's waking up. Give him space, give him space. Hey, buddy. You took a hit to the head pretty hard there. How many fingers am I holding up? That's right. Yeah, that's right, it's 8. Hey, the operator said that the ambulance will be here in 10 minutes. So let him play his game until they get here. Yeah, that, I forget what it's called. Darksouls 2, I think? Alright. You heard the lady. So let's get right to it. The challenge is simple. Use good old lefty and good old righty. And no using the Vanquisher seal ring, because let's be honest, that's a bit too easy. Alright, build. So Connor's more of like a slim built build, right? Let's get into the run, Okay, where is... So the character I chose for this run was the warrior, for his high strength and dex starting stats. As fist scale mainly with strength, and slightly scale with dex. After making my character, I book it to Majula, as we have a lot of early pickups for this run, including an Estus shard and Grandpa's femur. Now, with souls being a massive part of this run, we will eventually be borrowing the Seldura armor set from a certain merchant. But I hit like a pack of ramen noodles without the flavor packet right now, so I'm gonna have to go get some buffs before my armoring debut. Now, you might be wondering, this is an interesting looking challenge. I wonder how he will clear these areas of enemies before he proceeds. You know, that would probably sum up everything that isn't boss fights in this entire run, actually. Then proceed to grab some extra life juice and opened a few doors from the other side because reasons. Okay, the clothes you're selling are okay, but I think your fit would actually look better on me. Bro just got blasted. Alright. After the, quite frankly, untimely passing of a certain merchant, I grabbed the Za ring. With that out of the way, the first boss is up. And the last giant wins the ticket for this one. Now, this fight is always super slow, but normally it's only him that's slow. But now that my hits feel like paper, the fight just drags on here. But after the slowest 7 minutes of my life, the last giant goes down. With the last giant down, we spend our extra souls on a new walking stick, and Grandma decides that we look like her grandson, and then she just gives us the family ring. That ring, along with the Seldura armor set, racks us up an immaculate 42.5% soul increase that the IRS will surely wonder about. After showing this lizard my Assassin's Creed knowledge, it was time to pursue the blade ring. I mean the pursuer. Whoop. Do you guys hear that? I think it's the sound of angry viewers. What are they typing? If I had to guess, it would be... Dodge right on pursuer. He can't hit you if you dodge right. But no, I actually had a lot of trouble here. I often got impatient because the fight took upwards of 15 minutes, which killed me a couple of times, and the low damage was actually super depressing. I mean, just look at this. But it's fine. It can't be all that bad. Moving past the sad reality, we finish off the pursuer for a small segment of the One Piece. Basically, one of the carriers of this run, the Ring of Blades. With its +0 being the lowest on the list, it's a base damage increase of 20 damage. Now, this is normally garbage on most playthroughs, where you do actual damage, but when 20 damage is almost half of what you hit for, that's a 50% increase, which is huge right now. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, but it's not done yet. The Chloranthy Ring +1 increases our stamina regen, which leads us to the Dragon Rider. Now, normally he always gets the Void treatment, but that's not death by fists. So this time we're not going to give him any mercy in this cage match. But with him down and out, that opens up the way to the Cove, and some meh upgrades at best. Other than a few minor improvements, this way is basically just a runway to our next boss. Now, Flexile Sentry might seem bad, mostly due to us getting slower as the fight trudges on, so I really actually do need to put some oomph into this fight. But after almost drowning, he goes down, and I'm the captain of the ship now. Up next on my list at the time was the Chariot, but after a switch pull, I realized that I might not be up to the task just yet. I'm dead. Okay. But that was fine. The other way led to a bunch of skinny skeletons. Now, you might think this could be bad with no range and iffy damage, but it went surprisingly well. The skeletons didn't hit all that hard and were awfully frail. But with their deaths, that brings us to Blighttown, or I think what's left of it at least. Of course, playing Dark Souls 2, I've got to bring up the massive enemies that try to keep me from the lovely lady up in the tower. This boss was weird, to say the least. The first time around, I got hit a few times, but the fight didn't really seem to get me agitated or mad or anything. But after the first kill, I went back for seconds using a bonfire aesthetic, mainly for her drop in New Game +1, which is the covetous Silver Serpent Ring +2. And boy oh boy did I not know what I was getting into. When she does significantly more damage and has a much larger health bar, you really do start to notice the dodging problems and overall difficulty this boss can bring. So I decided to come back when I was a little bit stronger, meaning that the Scorpioness was up next. Now, she had the potential to be super annoying, but I figured out that you can just sit here and swing until she moves out of the way, and she really does let it go on for quite a while before she moves. However, with her out of the way, the Rat Kingdom was up next. Psych. I had a prisoner to deal with first. Now, I won't lie, Lost Center was kind of tricky. I would often get greedy and trade a hit for multi-hits. But after calming down and only going for one-hit rolls, the fight ended pretty quickly. The next target on our list was the Majula Well. I really want to tell you that I fist fought a bunch of rats in a rat nest and won, but yeah, I don't think I'm going back in there for a little while. To help Creighton kill Pate. Got you. Spider boss? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm... Oh my god! My therapist will hear about this shortly. Well, at least we got the scary things out of the way early, right? Right? Oh, who did this? Everything else in Dark Souls 2 is super unrealistic, and of course the one thing they have to make incredibly realistic is spiders. Why? Who? Why? Why? After dealing with that disgusting experience, I can firmly say that these guys will always be easy. Always. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate everything about this. Why? However, before we deal with the giant monstrosity Spider-Man, I have a date with the Soul Ring Keeper. I'll be taking that. Now, you may have noticed that we've been avoiding Iron Keep, and there is a reason for that. And the reason is that it's the Iron Keep. Do I even need a reason? Why would I go on about this? Like, what? Okay. I know that everyone probably knows about the Iron Keep, but there's a bigger problem for me here, and that's the Smelter Demon. Now, he normally isn't all that bad, And in this challenge, that wouldn't change, if not for the fact that he damages me every time I touch him. Now, when I do as much damage as he does to me per hit, that means that trading is literally required here. Which means getting hit could waste a bit too many heals, alongside the fact that he is incredibly tanky. If not, just an overall wall. But that's fine. I've done worse, so... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Look, we'll just go back, get to the boss area, and... Listen! I'm alive! Alright, there we go. We're back. Now, as I was saying... I hate this so much right now! After ensuring the jobs of multiple future therapists, I put the Smelter Demon in my no-think zone for future unpacking. Now, we can get back to game progression in a smooth and... Bob, tickle him! Nonsense. Die! With that finally over with, the Ring of Blades +1 gives 15 extra base damage on top of what we already have. Meaning, all that's left is to clear the Iron Keep. Or not? Don't ask me why I took this route, I don't know. I just stopped at the very end and went somewhere else. I don't know why I did this, but with that, the Rotten is next. Now, he is probably the easiest fight on any normal run. And this run is no different, just if not a tad bit longer. Then, after dealing with a Dark Souls 2 hitbox, I grabbed the Giant Soul for later, also making sure to grab the DLC key as well, immediately going into the DLC. Now, for those of you that are very familiar with Dark Souls 2, you might know exactly what we're here for. And for those of you that aren't, this is it right here. The Flynn's Ring is in just about every Soulsborne game in one way or another. But in Dark Souls 2, it works a tad bit differently. It provides a straight AR boost of 50 when your max weight is under 60 pounds. Meaning that leveling up Vitality is a no-go for the rest of the playthrough. When in other Souls games, it would work when you have the lowest weight on you, such as armor and weaponry, meaning that our largest boost is from the Flynn's Ring so far. And with this newfound damage, I showed a couple of rats what the WWE is all about, then proceeding to give the chariot the exact same treatment. But we're not done with the chariot just yet. The Dark Souls 2 hides some of its higher class rings in New Game Plus. However, using a bonfire aesthetic, we can gain access to New Game Plus gear without actually ascending. Meaning that the drop of the chariot, in this case, being the Chloranthy Ring +2, can be gathered. And with that, now it's time for the Iron Keep to be completely cleared off of our map. Now, is it just me? Or is Dark Souls 2 almost too easy? Now, I won't lie, my adaptability stat is relatively high. However, even with that, I just feel like Dark Souls 2 doesn't really have the movement. It just isn't all that difficult. Not saying that it can't be, just doesn't feel it right now. But with that rant out of the way, the old Iron King goes down, and we're further in progression. Feels like we're moving fast through this run, right? And that's because we are. Let me tell you right now, I'm not even using the ring that is supposed to make fists viable. This is crazy. The only issue I've had so far is the early game and the range of my fists. That's it. That's kind of crazy. Down he goes as well, like... Okay, can we all just agree that these voice lines are absolutely amazing? I mean, yeah, that's it. That's really it. And with that out of the way, it's boss cleanup time. Decimated. Eviscerated. Okay. I do have one problem with Dark Souls 2 though. Unless you go into Steam offline, you have to play an online mode of Dark Souls 2, meaning that invasions from other players are almost constant, which does bog down the run at times. You're a banana. You're a banana. Janine, would you guys like to see a massive mistake take place? Slaughtered. Why did I do this? I have no idea. But it added a couple of hours to the run later on, so yay? Clear out the obvious copy boss. Come on, man. Look, guys, I swear this is a challenge run. I swear, okay? Moving on. The next area is the magic dodgy area. Yes, that is trademarked. The only real thing of note here is how much I hate this area. Put me in, coach. Oh, you... Alright. Next up is... I don't really know what that is, but it's really easy, I think. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Then proceeding to run straight through the bone zone. I swear, I know exactly where to go, and I still always find myself scrambling in this area. I don't know why. But none of that matters now, because it's Veldstat time. Now, I really want to tell you that Veldstat gave me, well, a lot of trouble. But he just didn't. I don't know why. I don't know if his moves were... I don't know. They were just enough as to where I could kind of tell what was going on. And I actually really did not remember this boss all that well. So the fact that I was able to go through was a miracle. But we got him in the end. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time that comes in every Souls game. That's right. It's dragon time. You know, I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I just recently fought Mimir, but I just feel like the dragon movesets aren't all that, right? Like, I feel like it could be a little bit more advent, something like that, but you get the point. I'll be taking that, and I'll be back for you later. I'm hesitant to even call this a challenge anymore. Come on, man. Bet you thought I forgot about him, didn't you? Ancient Dragon time! You know, this is a lot less cool than I figured it was gonna be. Well, Ancient Dragon goes down. Look, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, fists are just viable. Like, even without the ring, fists are viable. I don't know what to say. Okay, maybe with the DLC, it'll give us some challenge. Maybe. Okay. The original Smelter Demon gave us some trouble, so hopefully... Okay. Next one. Fume Knight. Please. Please. Okay, maybe fists were the intended weapon of Dark Souls 2. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I wonder what's gonna happen to Sir Alon. Of course. That's it. I'm calling it right now. The intended weapon of Dark Souls 2 was the fist. God gave me these hands. I don't fear you, DLC. For I've got good old lefty and good old righty. Watch. Bam. Bop. Bada bop boom. Pow. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, why did you skip past all the DLC? And I'll tell you why, dear viewer. Because it was easy. Sadly enough, fists are just absolute monsters in Dark Souls 2. Elden Ring can't relate. Ilana, please. Please. You're the last line of defense. Please be hard. I don't even know what I expected, to be honest. Do you expect Sin to be difficult? Because let me tell you right now, he wasn't. Is that difficulty I see? Oh, please. Oh, okay. Okay. Contrary to the whole playthrough, these guys actually gave me a challenge. They heal each other from death, and I don't deal enough damage to focus on just one. So, even damage it is. And after a whole lot of smacking, And I mean a whole lot. They go down, and it's endgame time. And right back to making it easy, aren't you? Well, at least something gave me a challenge before the run ended. But hold on a minute. Isn't there a boss missing? Oh. But how will we fight him when we're already... Wait. Wait. No, my God, that's not what you did. That's right. This is in New Game Plus. And I mean the actual New Game Plus. I ran all the way back through because of that mistake. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you're in New Game Plus. Was it at least challenging? If you guys made it to the end of the run, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button and drop a comment if you guys have any future run ideas. And I hope you guys have a good day.